Okay, so let's get started on this tutorial. For this tutorial, we will be putting 3D objects into our videos. This could be used in either iMovie or Final Cut Express or even After Effects. This can be quite fun and is very enjoyable, and I always find it inspiring. We'll need two computer programs to do this. The first one is called Google Sketchup. The second program, you can pick whichever one you want, but I use the one called ScreenFlow for Mac. Either way, the second program you need is a way to record your actual desktop on your computer. The way to get Google Sketchup is you go to Google main page, type Google Sketchup in the search bar, and click on download. Get the most up-to-date version you can, and that should be good. To get into the wide collection of the images, you want to type Google Sketchup Warehouse. Click on the link. Once you click on the link, you'll come to something like this. This is the warehouse main page where people upload their most up-to-date images here. You can type whatever you want in the search bar. So let's type AC-130 gunship. Very popular nowadays. And here we have a variety of images here of aircraft that people have done. Once you pick one you like, you can enlarge it here. You can even see a 3D view. You can click on the image again. There are a wide variety of them out there, but you can download as many as you want because their relative file size is quite small. This one's only 1 megabyte. Again, you can search anything you want in here. Anything from shell casings to mountainsides to buildings, cityscapes, other aircraft, even things from video games including Halo and Mass Effect. This is the Normandy spaceship here. You can even type in Roomba. But let's work on the AC-130 gunship. Once you have it downloaded and Google SketchUp installed, open it up and see how it looks. Before we do anything, make sure you make your Google SketchUp window as big as possible so it's covering your entire desktop screen. This is going to be important for later when we're actually recording our screen. The way to move your object around is pressing H on the keyboard will bring up the hand tool, and you can grab your object and make it move around the screen. Pressing O on the keyboard will bring up the orbit tool. This will let you migrate around your object. Using your mouse wheel, or to scroll up and scroll down, will cause it to shrink and enlarge at the point your cursor is on. One of the ways I prefer to animate my object is I use View and click Animation. And then I add scenes. And then these little tabs will pop up to migrate between the scenes so you get a smooth camera transition. So let's say I want the gunship to be off in the distance and we zoom slowly in on the cockpit. So I go View, Animation, Add Scene. And this will be our starting point. Then I go to the ending point, which will be the cockpit, using the hand tool and the orbit tool. And there we go. View, Animation, add a second scene. So now when I click between the two tabs, I will migrate between the two scenes. This is an easier way to do animation. As you can see though, it travels very, very quickly. So what we do is we go View, Animation, Settings, and we change the transition speed to something more appropriate. Now when I click between the scenes, it'll take it about 8 seconds to migrate between the two positions. So something like that would be a nice intro to inside a cockpit crew of the gunship to start shooting out bad guys or whatever's down below. However, we need to do away with this big white background. The way to do this is we're going to draw a sphere around our object and paint the inside of the sphere a specific color. If you're going to be using green screen in iMovie 09, you need to make the inside of the sphere green. I believe iMovie 11 has added blue screen features. If you're using After Effects or Final Cut, you can make the inside of the sphere any color you want. The way to do this is zoom out of your object, click on the circle tool, and make a horizontal circle. Then we need to make a vertical circle. And there we go. Use the scene tools to make sure both of them are nice and perpendicular to each other. If you have a weird line here, that's because there's a shadow feature. You want to go to View and turn off shadows. Next, use the Select tool and click one of these circles. Then go to Tools, click Follow Me, and click the other circle. Now we have made a sphere. Use your Scene tools once again to get inside your sphere. Once inside your sphere, use the Select tool to delete one of the planes of the circle. Inside, you probably need to get rid of shadows again. So now we're inside our sphere. Click the Paint Bucket tool and click an appropriate color. I actually prefer blue screen, but you can use green screen if you want. So now we have the inside of our sphere all one color. However, there's this little line here. So if you go to View, you can get rid of axes. You can also go to View and get rid of guidelines. And we have the little equator of our sphere. We can delete that too. Now we have one big solid color. I don't know why shadows keeps turning on. And from here, we would use our scene tools or hand tools or orbit tools to move the object around the screen. And as you can see, we now have a 3D object moving around. This is when we would turn on our screen capture device. I use ScreenFlow. I can't use it right now because I am actually using it right now to record the screen for the tutorial. Turn it on for you. In your editing software, all you would do is crop out the edges here, key out the blue and the green, and then you are pretty much done with your 3D objects. If you have a question, leave a comment below and I or someone else will answer it when able. If you make a video using this tutorial, post it as a video response to show off your work. So thanks for watching. More helpful tricks on the way, and good luck.